everybody, it's Tuesday morning. We are here to deliver another exciting episode of your favorite breakfast show.
Wake Up Nigeria. Now that is all you need to get motivated, and we're here to make sure you take on the new day with some sass.
I'm sure everyone is wondering, why are we in the kitchen this morning?
Yeah, well...
That's because, you know, every day on Wake Up Nigeria is all about breakfast.
Yeah.
And we're going to be telling you a little more about that later on. I'm Yomi Ope.
And I'm Titilayo Oyinson. Now, as always, we're streaming live on tvcontinental.tv and on Facebook. You can look us up on TVC Connect. Your comments, make sure you use the hashtag WakeUpNigeria.
Well, as always, we have something breakfasty to think about.
Yeah.
And when we think about breakfast, we think Kellogg's.
Yes, indeed.
Yes, we do.
Coming up on the show today, so much in store for you.
Yeah, first, we're going to start with you off with tech. You know, it's Tech Tuesday. And on that note, we'll be discussing, having a discussion about the internet and how it's making job hunting increasingly easier.
Thank goodness for that. And a bit later on, we'll be talking parenting with Izefua. That conversation we started last week on introducing sex education to your children with ease.
Yeah, we didn't quite finish that conversation, so that's
keep
important.
that one going.
And of course, keep your comments coming on social media. We're still giving out tickets to go see Black Panther, and Mike will be reading out your comments. Make sure you stick around and ensure that you hear the questions before answering.
That's not all. TV media personality Dolapo Oni will be joining us right here on the couch for a chat.
She's also an actress.
Out and foaming at the mouth, start shaking. It's really not very pretty, so I better go get it.
Hey, you better. You need my keys?
Oh, no. Just press it and I'll just go get it. When the going gets tough, the tough gets smarter. I'll be right back.
Mother and I are only minority shareholders. But I came here today with my mother's proxy, and a proxy for a total of 7.25% Abayomi shares. Abayomi is a family business. This is what we are.
All right, people.
What's up?
Yes,
Everybody,
indeed.
look, Mike, you like food. You already had your Cocoa Pops.
Breakfast time, breakfast time. This is
TT
like,
cornflakes or Cocoa Pops?
Cocoa Pops, please. Thank
Okay.
you, Mary.
you know, my wife said to me the other day,
What about you?
say,
What?
you guys are not working
What?
You just have breakfast.
on that show. That's not a job. And I said to myself,
So you know you could pour that a little bit faster.
what do you mean by that?
Just hurry up. That's all.
No, I
TT
take,
is hungry.
Yes,
I
am.
take my stuff easy.
But Mike doesn't waste time. We didn't even
I
understand
didn't
where
even
his
think
Cocoa
about
Pops came
serving
from.
others.
As in, really?
You see, in this life, the most innocent people are the ones
What?
that are suspected the most. That's the case.
Honestly, why are you still taking more? What's going on?
There's nothing in here.
Do you
They're just acting. They're just,
But,
I don't know.
You know, it's interesting.
Which
you
is
know.
really good.
I've actually had so many conversations with people on the fact that, you know, they don't eat breakfast in the morning, and I'm always asking them why. And
help you
they
out.
say, you know, they don't find it convenient, you know, getting something for breakfast. But the way this looks is just super convenient and
Super convenient.
Yeah.
Very easy.
And quite tasty
If you're in a hurry, the school bus is about to come. Just quickly make this for the kids. Hot or cold water.
that's the idea. You're not supposed to even make this for the kids.
Yeah.
When the school bus is coming, you can put it
just-
as part of their lunch pack. This is something
Oh,
you
you
can
can?
eat raw. Yes, you can actually eat them raw. And if you don't want to eat them raw, you can also, of course, pack it up for them, perhaps in a little bowl. Then they can add their milk and all that later.
Yeah.
For me, at
There
least
are
for...
different
So-
ways to make use of it.
In case you were wondering, so Wake Up Nigeria is now proudly supported by Kellogg's.
Yes.
And we're very, very happy to welcome them to the Wake Up Nigeria family.
Yeah.
And we are going to be really enjoying ourselves every single
day,
morning. And hopefully
having breakfast.
you'll make that choice as well.
So for all of
maybe
you-
one thing we can do
What?
is have some of our viewers join us here. You know, like
You
every
took
few-
the words right out
every
of
few
my
days
mouth.
for
I
breakfast,
wasn't
if you
even
know
thinking
what I
of them coming. I was about to say that. For all of you who keep saying you're eating in the kitchen, you don't, share the meal with us. You could do it yourself at home. Just have some cornflakes at home.
Is that what
And
I
just
said?
imagine
That's not
you're
what
in
I
the
said.
kitchen
So
with
Mike
us.
hasn't been talking, and I'm very concerned
His
about
mouth
this.
is full.
These people, this will they talk
Don't
plenty.
talk with your mouth
They
full.
speak plenty English. Yum, 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 yum. Breakfast is going on here, and this people are doing yum, 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 yum. Forget that matter, Jari.
I'm liking this classic man that Mike
Yo,
has
yo,
going
Kamsi
on.
teach us,
I'm
man.
a
That's what's
classic
up.
man.
Wow.
Confirmed.
Wow.
Sis.
This confirmed. Do you know how they test for confirmed material? Do you know how they do it?
How?
Confirmed.
Bite
You bite it.
What? You flip between your teeth.
No, normally you go to the market and everything, and that's how, you see, you want to check the dress. The guy goes, Oga, confession original. He wants to tell you,
Bites
shoe.
it.
Even the shoe. Oga, it's not original.
Why?
Oga, this watch.
Why?
As in, I don't know,
Same
in
thing with
Nigerian
belts as
markets,
well.
and belts, in Nigerian markets, I don't know how it is, but then you want to confirm that anything is original, you always have to put it into your mouth and bite at it. And I'm like, well, your earring,
can't
hey,
be.
you see, your hair, is it nice?
Please don't bite my head, Mike.
Let's take a look at the headlines in the papers. Yomi and Titi have you on that one.
Thanks, Mike. We're starting with the Punch this morning and the Nation this morning and the headline, Buhari, why I don't rush to visit violence-hit areas. Governor demands arrest of herdsmen carrying AK-47 rifles. Tax, government targets property owners in highbrow areas. 15 billion naira fraud, EFCC arraigns Akala, others. A protest in Ikorodu as bus crushes pupil. Wow, that's horrific. IPI to DSS, free independent reporter. Where Eagles can bring World Cup to Africa. I wish my parents lived longer, says Obasanjo. Dapchi kidnapped terrible, says US. Governor okay with federal government's response. We won't depend on import again, says President. That's all on the cover of The Nation this morning.
On the cover of The Guardian newspaper, we have Buhari bows to pressure to visit 5 troubled states. Nigerians flay president's nonchalance on crisis. Fayose denounces belated vote-seeking trip. And it also says here, herdsmen kill 5 villagers in Benue. Federal government's 24 billion naira monthly oil subsidy fictitious, PDP alleges. NNPC targets capital flight reduction, $15 production cost per barrel. Lassa fever death toll hits 110, 35 new cases recorded in 5 states. Hope brightens for diaspora voting as Saraki hints of constitutional alteration. Nigeria must restructure now or face disintegration, says Okpadokun. It also says here, Italy's voters choose populists, deliver stinging rebuke to Europe. That's what we have on the cover of The Guardian.
All right, next up is This Day and the headline, At last, starting from Taraba, Buhari kicks off visits to troubled states. Benue, Yobe, Zamfara, Rivers on his schedule. PDP, it's a political gambit afterthought. President urges traditional rulers to end violence, fails to see victims, IDPs. Security operatives invade residence of ex-acting NIA DG Dauda. Arise Fashion Week back with 45 designers from 16 nations. LIRS Chairman Suber explains rationale for hike in land use charge. Says residents can appeal. Lagos targeting 720 billion naira IGR in 2018. All on the cover of This Day.
And that's all we can take on the newspaper headlines for now.
And of course, the newspaper headlines are proudly supported by Dettol. Be 100% sure.
Let's head over to Mike and Ruby Agu. Time for aerobics.
All right, thank you very much, Yomi and Titi. Of course, I'm here with the one and only Ruby. Okay, so what do you have for us this morning?
Okay, today I have like a 5 minutes workout.
Okay.
But we're not going to do the whole 5 minutes.
Okay.
And we're going to touch every muscle.
Every
group.
muscle in the
Yes,
body.
cardio.
Hello, ladies. How you doing?
You know, I'm total body person.
Workout. All right,
Yeah.
so let's take it away. Let's see what you have.
All right, good morning, everybody. Today we've got total body workout for you. Now it's 5 exercises, 20 seconds each, 5-second active rest. You're supposed to do it for 2 rounds, but we're going to do it for only 1 round. So we are going to start. 5 exercises, remember 20 seconds. I've got my timer here, we're going to start. Let's go, everybody. So, yeah, we're getting ready and we're going to go. The first one we're doing is jumping jacks. 20 seconds, let's go. 20 jumping jacks. Breathe in, let's go. 8 seconds more. Let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, active rest. Just do this. Active rest, yes. Let's go. And then the second one is actually fast shuffle. We go 20 seconds. Remember, breathe in, relax, slow and controlled movements. Let's go. 20 seconds. 10 seconds more. Keep going. Keep going. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now, active rest. Remember, active rest, 5 seconds. The next move we have is squats jumps. Let's go. See, this one is for your legs. First two we did was for cardio, heart pumping exercises. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Active rest. Let's see. The next one, knee push-up on the floor, everybody. 20 seconds, let's go. You don't have to rush this, okay? You don't have to rush it. Breathe in. 5, 4, active rest. Now, the last one, we're going to focus on the abs. Let's go, jackknife. See? All those exercises, we have touched a lot of muscle groups. And done. So this is 1 round. You're supposed to go 2 rounds, rest for 30 seconds, and then start all over again. That's good. You'll see you touch everywhere before your day starts.
Oh, cool. So this got to every part of the body, right?
Everywhere.
How do you feel, ladies?
Okay.
All right, cool. All right. Thank you very much, Ruby. It's always good having you.
Thank you very much for having me. Thank you.
All right, so let's head to the kitchen, of course. There is Mary, who's on standby with Chef Tolu. Tolu, it's been a while. Where have you been? What do you guys have for us this morning?
Oh, no.
Okay.
You're welcome to the kitchen right here on Wake Up Nigeria. Okay, so breakfast has been served, and this is more like the side dish.
This is the main breakfast.
Oh, the main breakfast.
Yes.
Yeah, that was the starter, right?
Yes, yes, yes. Hi,
so,
guys.
Tolu, it's good to have you back.
I know it's been what?
It's been months. Yeah.
How about now?
Yes, no.
I didn't disappear like that.
Since January.
Probably we've not just been together for a while.
Well, I guess so.
Yeah.
And so what are you making?
So today, I'm going to, sizzling this place up like I usually do. So I'm doing a combo of macaroni and brown spaghetti mix. And we're going to have that cooked in pepper soup. We're going to put butter in it to give it that creamy, sumptuous taste. And I'm also going to slice our fish and marinate it in pepper sauce and put it either fry or put in the oven. I think we'll decide along the way.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So there's goat meat on the side and there's fish on the side too.
Yes, you choose your pick.
Let's go over the ingredients.
Okay, so goat meat pepper soup.
What's in the goat meat pepper soup?
Just your usual, whatever you use to make pepper soup, spice, Maggi, salt, all kinds of seasoning, curry, thyme, whatever. Whatever you use.
The goat meat.
Then, of course, the goat meat.
Okay.
Then you have the chicken cubes. Then we have our margarine.
Okay.
Then we have brown spaghetti and we have macaroni.
Okay.
And we have
the pepper stew sauce.
Yes.
Okay.
So this stew could be made like any of your stew made in advance.
Okay.
So it could be pepper blended with tomatoes or anything. But this is actually stew, like you can eat this right now with rice.
Okay.
Yeah, I wanted to put the flavor. I wanted to reduce the number of ingredients that I'll be using today.
Okay.
So I just, ready-made stew, ready-made pepper soup and all. So if you see, I'm heating water here because I'm going to use this to help with the cutting of the fish. I need hot water for that.
Okay.
Yeah,
what's the use of the hot water to cut fish?
Oh, it's straight from the freezer.
Oh, okay.
It's still really, really cold. So it's just straight from, I'm just going to rinse it up. But I'm going to do that once we go on break. Then I'll slice it up and slice it into bits.
Onion and ginger.
Yes.
So what's the first thing we're doing?
So I will need you to stand back, please.
I'm already standing back.
All right. So I'm going to heat another water for the fish, but I'm going to just use this one for this. So I'm going to start with the brown spaghetti. Because anything brown takes longer to cook.
Oh.
Yes, than white.
The regular ones?
Yes.
Okay.
So
if the regular one takes about 15 minutes to cook, this will take twice that time?
No, not twice, maybe 20 minutes or 20, 25 minutes.
Just a few more minutes extra.
Just a few more minutes extra. So we need to give it a head start.
Okay.
So once this is soft and tender, we're going to add, don't worry about it. Okay. I'm going to pour in our pepper soup. Like, I'll drain the water.
Okay.
Once it's soft and tender, then I pour in my pepper soup.
I thought you wanted to give that a head start.
Oh God, I went ahead of myself, didn't I? Well, it happens. You know, when you make a mistake, you just wing it.
We'll see what happens.
I'm telling you.
Maybe we'll chew thick brown spaghetti.
No. All right then. So okay. that's gonna heat for, let's just say few minutes now.
Should
let's
I just
say 10
cut
minutes.
this fish up?
No. Why
it's
is
easier to cut when frozen.
No, I need to layer it up. Yes, I need to layer. So I need it really, really soft. Okay. So let me just go ahead to peel the listen. So tell me, Mary, how have you been?
Very well. What are we making again?
We're making spaghetti macaroni.
Spaghetti macaroni
concussion.
Seriously.
Spaghetti macaroni pepper soup sauce.
Spaghetti macaroni pepper soup sauce.
Yes. And fish. And grilled fish.
And grilled fish.
Yes.
And someone is supposed to have this for breakfast all at once.
Spaghetti,
macaroni, brown soup.
Yeah, Jesus. You know what? Pepper soup sauce.
And
grilled fish.
Grilled fish.
Yes.
Okay, so you finally decided to grill it.
Baked fish. What's you thinking? Mary, what do you think?
I think we should just fish it up.
I don't understand what you mean.
One way or the other.
I said, what do you mean by fish it up? Fry it or put it in the oven?
Let's just make sure it tastes like fish at the end of the day.
How else would it not taste like fish at the end of the day, though?
Oh, you haven't tasted things that taste really different from what you expected.
Yeah. No, okay. I haven't.
So for this, it's actually quite easy to make stew.
Yes, it is.
So you your pepper.
Yes, you know, luckily now people already have blended pepper and tomatoes already in packs for you. So just get one of them. And because it's going to either go into the oven or pots, it's going to still cook. It's going to definitely cook. Okay. So, yeah.
Now, this already has oil. Is it important for you to cook it with the oil or?
Yeah, because, you know, this fish is not exactly the type that assumes oil on its own. And we don't want it burning.
Okay.
In the oven or on the fry pan or wherever.
Okay.
So, yes, definitely have that oil in it.
Now, you said you are going to marinate the fish.
Yes, I am.
How are you going to go about that? You're going to cut it up?
Yes, I'm going to cut it up. So, even though I did not hit this before, I'm just going to show you what I'm going to do.
Okay.
So, I'm going to cut it off through the side.
Okay.
Just can you get me the big knife? Because first of all, we need to get the head off. Oh, Mary. I don't think we need the big knife anymore.
That one does it quite fine.
Yes, it does.
You sure?
Yeah.
Let me just hold it so I don't have to go back.
Yeah.
This looks like a butcher's knife though.
It looks like a butcher's knife. So, you know, we're going to cut it on the side so we can get all this dirt out.
Okay. That's a lot of dirt.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mary, please, can you get me a big pot, if possible?
Don't worry, I'll get that for you on the break. Let me focus on this so I don't miss
that's why I'm going to marinate it.
Okay.
In the pot.
Don't worry, there'll be time for that.
Okay, so I'm going to... See?
Yeah.
And it's frozen, it's so cold. Now.
So when you take all of that in...
So I'm just going to scrape this out. Just scrape all the dirt out. We've pulled out the dirt just to scrape any residue left.
Okay.
So we're just going to rinse this up.
Okay.
Once we rinse it up, I'm going to dip this in and marinate the life out of it.
So the entire body, insides, everything.
It's going to soak the juice of that.
What happens to the head?
No, we're not. It's not part of our dish. It's not part of our dish.
That's fine.
Why, you don't like head?
Well, I'm the head of it.
Huh.
We go on a short break now. When we return, we will be talking about how technology is making job hunting easier by the day. Stay with us at Wake Up Nigeria.
It's great to have you back. Unemployment in Nigeria remains a major concern for many, especially for job seekers and organizations who are looking for the right candidates for their vacancies. Now, while it's easy to say that this is due to the unavailability of jobs out there, another problem is the fact that people don't know where to look. Now, however, technology is all about solving problems, and today we're going to solve that particular problem, discussing how job searches are becoming increasingly easier because of technology. I have with me Taiwo Kola Ogunlade, who is a Google Communications Manager for West Africa. It's great to have you, sir, on the show.
It's good to be here again.
The best person to talk about what we're doing today. We're going to help people solve their problems when it comes to searching for jobs. Right, cool. So now, first of all, I think before we even go to that, are the jobs available first of all?
Well, so I guess it's a multi-level question.
Okay.
In the cases where the jobs are available, I mean, like you said, it's easy for many to find the jobs that, not only find the jobs, but find jobs that are right for them.
For them, okay.
Yeah, and on the other side, for employers as well, it's hard for employers to find employees that are the right fit for the roles that they have.
For the roles they have.
So I mean, the question of do we have enough jobs is a separate question.
Okay.
But even in the case where we do have them available, so for instance, if you go on google.com now and you look for social media manager jobs, you will find. But there's so many people out there on the streets looking for social media manager jobs who do not know.
Okay, now, I've seen an ad by Google and all of that, and there's the football one, Football Made Easier. People can check out fixtures, you know, easy, check out results and all of that. How does Google help solve this problem of connecting people to where the jobs are available?
I mean, so I'll start with our mission. Okay. The mission of Google is to organize the world's information and to make it universally accessible and useful.
Right? I like that.
The web is huge.
Okay.
It's trillions and trillions of websites. Finding anything is like finding a needle in a haystack. It's extremely hard.
It is.
So being able to organize this information and in such a way that it's easy for anyone to find anything from any website from any country in the world is what makes Google tick. And on a weekly basis, on a daily basis, on an annual basis, we have people whose jobs, engineers whose jobs are to make that process a lot easier for our users. Okay. So every time they go on, and there's also the advent of AI. AI also makes it much easier trying to anticipate what people are looking for before they even get there.
Okay, by AI, of course, you mean artificial intelligence.
Artificial intelligence.
That people don't mix it up with something else. Or
okay, artificial intelligence also makes it easier. And at Google, a lot of our products today are driven by AI. And just the need to make these products better.
Okay, now you recently launched something for job searching.
Yes.
You know, now because coming up, being an old internet user per se, I knew about SEOs.
Yeah.
You know, search engine optimizations. But then there's a recent trend that it's going out of trend. That it's not so much. I don't really know so much about it. But then there's something that you guys launched. Yeah. What is it and how does it help?
Okay, so last week, I think it was on Thursday, we introduced the new job search experience.
New job search express.
Yeah, so just to make it easier, to make it sound easier, you're now able to search for jobs directly on google.com.
All right, so what do we go? We go up to the Google homepage.
So you go to the Google homepage, google.com. Initially, when you do go, what you get is a long list of different websites.
True that.
You have to. But now the interface is a lot easier now. So you go on, you search for what are your interests? Computer science jobs in Lagos.
In Lagos. Okay, so do you have to specify the city? What if I don't specify the city?
When you get into the app, you can also make it. I mean, you'd have to understand that what makes job search a lot harder is the personalization. Okay. Trying to make it work for me. There's no point going online and then looking for computer science jobs and you're getting jobs in
New Jersey
or wherever.
Somewhere,
You know, it has to be a job that you can do.
I can do, exactly.
And a job that is accessible to you. So you go online, either you type in computer science jobs in Nigeria, computer science jobs in Lagos, or you just search for computer science jobs around me.
Okay. Now, isn't computer science a large search parameter?
It depends on what you're looking for. I mean, it could be
a web developer. Because I'm thinking now, computer science, that's large.
I mean, a lot of people who are watching us now might think that we're talking about just tech jobs only.
Just tech jobs, okay.
Talk about medical jobs. Talk about nursing jobs.
Okay.
All sorts of jobs. If you're into logistic management, type that in. Logistic management jobs around me, or logistic management jobs. And so what we've done is we've worked with a couple of partners like Jobberman,
That is exactly where I wanted to go to from the end. Now, this is from the user end.
Yes.
Now, from the client, from the other end, those who are offering the jobs, is there an interface between Google and those particular employers of labor?
So what we've done is we've made it easier to interface, to use much simpler words. Our systems are interfaced with theirs.
Okay.
Now, so whatever jobs that they list, we list on the job interface.
Okay. All right.
When you start looking for jobs on Google,
okay.
So we pull those jobs from them. When you click on it, it takes you to their site directly where you can apply.
Where you can, okay, so you get that link straight up there, something from them. You mentioned sites, you mentioned Jobberman. Which other ones do you?
MyJobMag.
MyJobMag, okay.
GG, there's NG Careers. So in Nigeria, we have 4 partners at the moment.
Okay.
But, I mean, the platform is such that as many partners can apply to join. Because again, it makes it easier when you have many job listings coming up, and then we can flood it. The idea is, did you know that right now the unemployment rate in Nigeria is 40%?
Wow.
Combined unemployment and underemployment rate in Nigeria today is 40%, translates to about 22 million people. It's a huge challenge that needs to be resolved. And our hope is that with this product, we can be able to make the lives of job seekers easier and people who are looking for jobs. People today go online to look for things as movies, you know, movie showing times, sports, matches. So why not be able to look for things that are dearer to their hearts, like jobs?
I like that. I'm looking forward to other things you guys have in store for Africa and Nigeria, and you know.
There's a lot of work going on within the team. I mean, our vision is to bring out a lot more products that will be a lot more useful to people within Nigeria and Africa.
Great one. Thank you very, very much, Mr. Taiwo.
I
look forward to having you some other time.
Thank you so much for having me.
All right, talking about shoes, you're wearing a very nice shoe, by the way. We have a feature that's coming up on fashion, you know, and for those of you ladies who have difficulty picking the right color of shoes to go with, of course, unlike Taiwo, he picked the perfect color. Let's check out this feature. This one is for you.
Shoes are vital accessories when it comes to fashion and style. Believe it or not, the wrong pair of shoe color can either make or break a killer outfit. Let's talk about 4 major colors of shoes you should have in your closet and ideas of color of outfits to pair with them. Black shoes. The most common shoe color is black and is easy to pair with almost every color of outfit. Black always gets a pass. It's a must-have for every woman. White shoes. Almost like black, white can be paired with quite a number of colors of outfits. It stands out and has a great way of bringing out an outfit together. White can be best paired with denims, print, colorful and patterned outfits. Red shoes. Some people might describe red as a color of danger, but red isn't always negative. When it comes to fashion, red is intense, it is bold, it is daring, and the most common color that goes perfectly with red shoes are black, white, polka dot, navy blue. If you're in the mood for a daring color block, you should even try pairing it with a sharp of emerald green. Nude shoes. Nude. One can never go wrong with a pair of nude shoes. Trust me,
You can rock it with almost every outfit. It may be a cool color, but don't be deceived. Nude shoes will always have you looking very classy. It's cool when it's paired with a nude, black, wine, in fact, nude can go with almost every color of outfit. With the standard 4 colors in your shoe closet, I believe you're good to go.
You're welcome again. It's still Wake Up Nigeria, and of course we are back with Chef Tolu.
Yes,
She's been really busy, but she has to let us know how she got to where she is now.
All right, guys. So let us backtrack now. So we cooked together, we boiled together macaroni and brown spaghetti. Yeah. So remember the margarine that was down there? I'd already put it in here, so I'm just going to mix this up together.
Okay.
So we have our 2 fry pans on. This has more oil than the other. This one is for frying the fish. We decided to fry the fish because of time. But if you look at it, we've been, you know, marinating it in our sauce. So I'm going to pick it one by one and put it in here to fry. Okay. So the first step I'm going to do I'm going to start with the with the spaghetti so that we can get that out of the way. Okay. First thing I'm going to do is to add onions and garlic.
We're making spaghetti macaroni in pepper soup sauce as well as fried stewed fish.
All right, so let's just move this around a little bit so let it fry up. Then the next thing we're going to do is that we're going to add our pepper soup sauce.
Okay.
Into it.
While it fries?
Yeah.
All right. So the pepper soup sauce goes straight into the onion and garlic. See that? That explains the tiny amount of oil.
So I'm just going to add chicken cube, just one, just to, you know, increase the flavor.
Okay.
And this is going to go in very soon. I think we should switch this because this part is potentially hotter.
Okay.
So could you please grab a spoon?
All right. A large one?
Yes, please.
Okay. There you go.
Thank you. So let's just put this aside.
Okay.
Then we'll let this heat for a while. Let's say like 1 minute, 2 minutes until you see. So then we can start with our fish.
Okay.
While this is heating. Let's be careful here. So we have we sliced the fish into 3. I removed the bones and the head and all of that. So I'm just going to pick it one by one. Mary,
let me help you.
I suggest you move away.
Don't worry.
You know how we are with...
I am a Bond James, not James Bond.
remember how we are with hot oil?
Yes, I know.
All right.
How we
okay. I take it back how I am. I take it back. Because I have my oil. It's
amazing that Chef Tolu cooks so many tasty dishes. Really, it's everyone. And she's afraid of hot oil.
Oh my God, I don't like hot oil.
That is so ironic.
At all. And I've never been burned before.
Never.
Never.
Yes, you don't like it. And maybe it's because you take so much precaution to avoid being burnt.
Yeah. All right, so let's put this away.
So it's going to fry.
Yeah.
What's the expected taste for you to have pepper? Because, you know, normally when people do a lot of work like this, it's usually the fish haven't been fried before being stewed.
You know how when you stew fried fish, you know, as you're eating it, you're tasting the stew, then the fried fish.
Where the fish is so crispy.
Yes. So delicious. Now this one is the reverse. You're tasting the fried stew, like stew is already inside
it. Oh.
Inside the fish.
Okay.
So this is already heating up. It's looking good. So we didn't put, you know, onions
on the fish.
Yeah, so we can get the taste and all of that.
Appears I make you forget a lot of things.
As in, I don't know. Don't worry, I'll get back soon. I'll get it back. Then now we just add this in here.
Yeah.
Little at a time, so that it can.
The spaghetti goes straight into the goat meat pepper soup. Let's just say that this is for leftovers.
If you have leftovers at home, yes, and you don't want to throw them away, this is a quick way of making something.
Okay.
So we'll pour the rest in, and we just allow this cook properly.
All right. While that cooks, we're going to move over to something interesting. Of course, we know that bead making is an ancient art in Nigeria, which thrives on constant creativity and artistic ingenuity. Now, in this report put together by Ozzy Okoli, Eniola Salu Akintunde's life as a creative genius is well highlighted. Take a look.
Bead making is an ancient art in Lagos, Nigeria. It is an art that thrives on constant creativity and artistic ingenuity. In the bustling city of Lagos, Eniola Salu Akintunde, a creative genius who specializes in the making of beaded jewelries, is a self-taught designer.
I started with designing beads and the normal thing you see around, but after one or two years, I decided to be different. I decided to go to do more research on beads, and I stumbled into gemstones. Gemstones are raw stones, mined raw stones. They are the real one. That's the way it came, maybe from the sea, from the rock. So I got fascinated and I got attracted. So I decided to be different, to carve a niche for myself. So since then, I started I work purely with gemstones.
Eniola's beadworks can be described as being idealistic, as she uses elegant and distinctive outlines in her composition, while her choice of colors is usually very vibrant. This vibrancy is very unique because Eniola for over 10 years has delved into the usage of gemstone for the purpose of bead making.
Gemstones, they are the natural stones that came the way God did them. They are not, some gemstones can really be dyed and they can be processed. Beads are man-made, which are very beautiful crystals. That is man-made. You have some beads being done from India. In fact, there's so many imitations from China. They try to imitate the gemstones. When you see them, you won't know. They are very close to some gemstones. Gemstones, 100 years, they are even in the Bible. If you open your Bible, they talk about ruby. In the ancient days, in the Bible, they used ruby as a collateral and they were able to pay for services. This is the processed amethyst, polished and well grade. It has different grade. This is another lower grade amethyst. This is a well high grade amethyst. This is a lower grade. This is a lower grade amethyst. This stones is gotten from Nigeria, but I need to go to Hong Kong before I can get it in this form. Some people that knows this thing, they really want to wear the rock. And I do rocks. They want to wear the solid rocks. So I do solid rock, and that's enhanced the African beauty and African women. And African lock stones, in the ages, we still wear things. We wear bone. They use bone as accessories. They use a lot of things to make things. You see thorns, even elephant thorns. People use it to make a lot of things. You see the Hausas people using leather to make a lot of things. And when you go outside the country, you see the white people, they really appreciate all this kind of craft because it's quite different from what they know, where they know. So it has really come of age. I would like if the current administration could look into gemstone and mining. Because we have some of these stones here. We have amethyst, we have tourmaline. But I will need to buy my ticket to go outside the country to buy what we have here. I will need to just get a visa, hotel accommodation, and that's almost $500,000 to buy what we have here. And when I get to where I'm buying, they will be asking me, do I have stone to sell? Because they will just tell you when they see you, Nigeria and South Africa, they know Nigeria is blessed. So we have these minerals here, and I go outside there to go and buy and bring it to make my design. I buy the finished product from Hong Kong. The polished stone that we have here, I try to get my visa with Abeg. Get my visa, travel to Hong Kong, stay in an hotel for 2 weeks for the biggest exhibition in the world, meet all designers all over the world, and they will be asking me that, Madam, South African diamond? No. Nigeria? Yes. Oh, you have tourmaline? Do you have amethyst? Do you have fluorite? Do you have quartz for sale? The raw form. They asked me. I said, no. I'm here to buy the finished products. So I buy the finished products. This is aqua and turquoise. I buy from Hong Kong, bring it down here. What we have, I will not need to go back outside the country to source for them, bring it down here, then sit down and start creating with them.
All right, it's time to wake up and get your day going. And if you're just joining us, you missed a lot already. We started with breakfast. And when you think breakfast, think Kellogg's.
Of course, this is the hottest breakfast show in Nigeria. And well, hey, it's all about keeping you armed with all the information you need. And that's why we have Izefua joining us a bit later to talk about introducing sex education to your children with ease.
Yeah, and then Mike will be taking your comments on social media. Remember that we're giving out free tickets to go see Black Panther. So ensure that you get that.
That movie is still hot everywhere.
It's still #1.
As in really?
Around the globe.
So that's not all. Media personality, actor Dolapo Oni will be joining us right here on the couch for a chat.
It may as well be a European company. Because that's not the way family works in Africa. Yeah, it's actually my medication, and if I don't take it, I start, spazzing out and foaming at the mouth, and start shaking. It's really not very pretty, so I better go get it. Okay?
You better go. You need my keys?
Oh, no. Just press it, and I'll just go get it. When the going gets tough, the tough get smarter. I'll be right back. Mother and I are only minority shareholders. But I came here today with my mother's proxy, and a proxy for a total of 7.25% Abayomi shares. Abayomi is a family business. This is what we are.
All right, peoples.
Okay. Yeah, honestly, it's been a swell day already.
It is.
Swell day.
By the way, did Mary tell you guys that I was the one that styled her hair?
I don't understand.
As in,
it's something I've added to my repertoire.
Are you kidding me right now? As in, I did not see that coming.
Okay, no,
you styled Mary's hair.
It's very simple. Let us wait to the end. I told Mary that we're going to fight today.
Okay.
If she doesn't do what is required of her.
But
just before you go, Mary,
my hair
please.
is styled by Father's Place and Mike Mexican.
Yeah. Okay, now, so for today, very fast. Wow. For today, for Black Panther, it's going to be very interesting because this is not something you easily see on the internet.
Yeah.
What makes the Black Panther the Black Panther?
That's
the question for today.
Mike, so why are you doing this to people?
What makes the Black Panther? What makes him?
Give them 10
what makes the character the Black Panther? You know, so the point is, what makes the Black Panther the Black Panther?
No. You need to say it like Forrest Whitaker said.
The
Black Panther. I present to you the Black Panther.
I like that. Okay, so that's it. So just go up on social media, on Facebook and on Twitter.
What makes the Black Panther?
What makes the Black Panther the Black Panther? So the second one is in, up there. What makes the Black Panther Black Panther?
The tickets we're giving away also entitle you to 5 raffle tickets each. So 1 movie ticket equals 5 raffle tickets, and you could be the one to go home with that brand new vehicle. Yes,
once again, Yomi and Titi have you covered on the headlines in the papers this morning.
Thanks, Mike. You know, we forgot to mention that it's Tolu's birthday.
Tolu's birthday was yesterday.
They don't mind that. At the end, we'll celebrate with her.
She did a photo shoot and everything. And
don't mind that.
Go and like all her pictures.
She was on fleek on social media.
Yes, indeed.
So check her out at Tolu Food and Lifestyle and just wish her a happy birthday.
Yay.
All right.
Over to the papers, huh?
Yeah.
Let's start with the Nation newspaper. Buhari says, why I don't rush to visit violence-hit areas. People expect me to rush out to the fields to go and make noise, but I have my ways of gathering intelligence. I get to know what's happening without necessarily going to those areas. Governor demands arrest of herdsmen carrying AK-47s. It says here, on the 36 million naira jam cash snake-swallowing claim, EFCC grills prime suspect on page 43. On the 15 billion naira fraud, EFCC arraigns Akala others. Protests in Ikorodu as bus crushes pupil. IPI to DSS, free independent reporter. I wish my parents lived longer, says Obasanjo. And finally, it says here, we won't depend on imports again, says the president. And there's an image there of President Buhari welcoming the Fertilizer Producers Association president, Mr. Thomas Etu, there at Aso Rock. Thank you. Yeah, that's what we have on the cover of The Nation.
The Sun leads with the headline, knocks kudos as Buhari visits Taraba. President also to tour Benue, Zamfara, Yobe, Rivers over killings, PDP, Fayose, state governors, Yakasi, others react. Federal government seeks National Assembly approval for 650 billion naira to clear fuel subsidy arrears. My regrets in life by Obasanjo at 81 years of age. Nigeria can win World Cup if, says Liberian President George Weah. And finally, group commends Wike as Rivers Assembly rejects local government autonomy. All on the cover of the Daily Sun.
On the Nigerian Tribune, it says, Buhari begins peace moves in troubled states, lands in Taraba to visit Yobe, Benue, Rivers, Zamfara. Don't expect me to rush into Warfield, he says. Visit an afterthought for vote seeking, says Fayose. My regrets by Obasanjo as he marks his 81st birthday. Father, son arrested for selling hard drugs, to students in Lagos. Hope rises for Nigeria's industrialization as steel company reopens. PDP, NWC did not tamper with Oyo Exco, says Ajibola Muraina. And finally, Nigeria's 2019 general election, our major priority, says U.S. That's what we have on the cover of the Nigerian Tribune.
Well, that's it for the newspaper headlines this morning.
And of course, the headlines are proudly brought to you by Dettol. Be 100% sure. All
right, so after this break, we're going to be talking parenting and how to break that, that gist about sex education to your children.
Very important. Welcome back. Discussing sexual matters with children can be quite a touchy subject, especially for new parents. But it doesn't have to be that uneasy. Izefua is back. She's here with us to discuss this morning. Welcome back to the studio.
Thanks for having me again.
We started this conversation last week, and it's even on social media. People have been, putting out quite a few comments on our pages. We felt it was necessary to keep going. Yes. But for those that didn't tune in last week, let's just give a brief of what sex education actually is.
Okay, so basically sex education is, just as it sounds, informing, teaching, training your child age appropriately about sex.
Okay.
Not shying away from the conversation, but being fully engaged with your child, just the way you teach literacy.
Okay.
Teaching your child about sex and all that has to do with sex. Ages, in ages and stages.
In ages and stages.
Yes.
I like the way you put that now, because a lot of parents are not familiar with that fact that they need to, even engage in this conversation at all, and then they don't know when to start. So what age is appropriate to start?
Like I said last week, from the moment you introduce your child to the world, get ready for that conversation.
Okay.
The child begins to let you know when they're even ready. So you notice, for example, male children at a certain age start to fiddle with their genitals.
Okay.
And you find parents doing, don't touch it, they're uncomfortable. But that is a developmental stage.
Okay.
And that is a time to tell your child what that is. That's your penis, it's not a toy.
Okay. You don't play with it, obviously.
Yes, it's not, but do not forget, they will touch the genitals. They're discovering their body. That is a normal developmental milestone in a child. So that should not make you uncomfortable. However, that should be an opportunity for you to introduce the conversation around sex. So sex education is not just the intercourse in itself, but basically about their sexuality, about them as sexual beings.
Okay.
And about them being comfortable in the fact that they are sexual beings.
All right, so I'm thinking we should actually have that conversation
Yes,
now.
let's go on.
So I have 5-year-old girls, and let's just imagine, okay, so I'm 5 years old, and I come home after school, and I say, oh, mommy, some girls in my class were talking about boys. So what's your response to that?
Really? So you told me, we're talking about boys. Who exactly were they talking about in class?
Okay, so there's a boy called Andrew, and Andrew doesn't want to talk to me. He talks to all the other girls, but he doesn't want to talk to me.
Okay, and how does that make you feel?
It makes me feel sad.
Oh, I can understand that you feel sad that Andrew doesn't want to talk to you because you want Andrew to be your friend, don't you?
Yes, I want Andrew to be my friend.
So when your friends were talking about boys, what exactly did they say about boys to you?
They said that Andrew had nice things, that Andrew always gave them things, and that Andrew said that they were pretty or they were beautiful.
Oh, wow. And how did you feel when they said Andrew said they were beautiful and they didn't say anything about you?
He didn't think I was beautiful.
Are you beautiful?
Mommy, you always tell me you're beautiful.
Are you beautiful? Do you believe you're beautiful?
I'm beautiful.
Does it matter what someone else says or what you believe you are? Are you beautiful?
So that's where I'm not sure where that answer would come from. I don't know what my daughters would say at that point.
But imagine you're throwing it, because this point is something I say to my daughters, whether with sex or anything. So they come and they give you feedback about what someone else says about them.
Okay.
I throw it back to them. What do you say? Because it should sink. It's important what you think about yourself much more than what other people say about you.
Okay.
Taking it to the conversation around sex, when you begin to have the pressure, your friends are talking about boys, for example, and all of that, and you want to feel included. It's important you own yourself, you're comfortable in that conversation.
Okay.
So if we take that conversation deeper, I'm going to introduce the idea about sex. You know, Andrew is a boy, don't you? And what do you think makes a boy different from a girl?
Okay, so boys don't sit down when they go to the toilet. They stand up.
Why do they stand up?
Okay.
Do you know that the private part of a boy is different from the private part of a girl?
Okay. Mommy, what makes it different? How is it different?
Because God made the private part of a boy to be different.
Okay.
It's called a penis. And that of a girl, like I always say to you, is a vagina.
Okay.
So it's different because you're a woman and he's a man.
Okay. So that means that boys go to the boys' toilet and girls go to the girls' toilet?
Absolutely. Boys go to the boys' toilet, girls go to the girls' toilet. And then girls and boys do not show their privates. Remember,
okay,
it's your body. It's for you. You don't even show it to other girls, by the way. So when I say you don't go to the toilet, remember I always say to you, don't go to the toilet and take down your pants or even show the color of your pants.
Okay.
It's your body and you keep it private.
All right, so that word private, I've heard it used, I've seen it used in a lot of books.
Yes.
You know, private parts.
Yes.
Personal parts, private parts, pointing, showing them, you know, pointing to a child's private parts and telling them how to look after them. And then
care of it.
Taking care of it.
And you know what?
I want to talk from the predatory point of view.
Go on.
For those who need to understand a bad touch and a good touch, for instance.
Yes.
So how do we go about that?
So you want to teach your child. So in reflection, I like to not just say bad or good touch.
Okay.
I like to say the touch that takes from you and the touch that gives to you. Okay. When daddy touches you or when mommy touches you, how do you feel? Okay. There is a touch that someone would touch you and you feel uncomfortable. Okay. So I'm going to tell the child that if anyone ever touches you and you feel uneasy that the person is taking something from you, then you should run, then you should shout, then you should report to an adult.
Okay.
That there is a touch that is good and there is a touch that is harmful. I always like to say that when we teach sex education, a lot of times we teach it and we say sex is bad. I said this last week. As much as we're preparing and safeguarding our kids from predators, we should remember that we're preparing these kids for adult relationships.
Okay.
Selling repeatedly to your child that sex is bad is also harmful.
Okay.
Sex is not bad. Sex is, however, harmful when it is done at the wrong time, inappropriately. They should know.
All right. Izefua, you know we could continue this conversation for the next 1 hour, but I think we should take it to social media. Please send your emails to us. That's TV Continental. That's wakeupnigeria@tvcontinental.tv. Send us an email, and if you have any more questions, we'll see if we can help answer them in the next few episodes we take with Izefua. And of course, tweet to us at TVC Connect with the hashtag WakeUpNigeria. We have to head over to Mike now. He's waiting to read some of your comments on social media. Thank you so much, Izefua, for coming.
All right, thank you very much, Titi. I have very, very interesting comments today. Very interesting comments. Well, you see, when we asked the question about what makes the Black Panther, we're talking about the character, not the movie, right? So a number of people maybe went through the angle of talking about the movie. No, it's not about the movie. It's about the character. What makes the Black Panther the Black Panther? Yes, it's quite subjective to an extent, just like my friend Halima pointed out. But then, at the same time, it's actually quite easy. So let's take a look at the comments you put up on social media and see if anyone can win tickets today to go check out Black Panther in the cinemas. All right, so let's see here. At Queens_kid_, that's at Alexandra, says he's the Black Panther because he's black. Really? And his unique fighting style incorporates acrobatics and aspects of a panther. Okay, I think we can all agree. Whereas Titi and Yomi, very soon we'll talk about that, but then I think we can all agree that maybe this is not just exactly what we're talking about here. No, I don't think so, Alexandra. No, I don't think so. All right, actually, it's not it. Okay, well, she still repeats her answer here. And Michael Oluwasegun, this is at Mighty Khalil, says, drinking from the sacred water makes him the Black Panther. Drinking from the sacred water. Which water? Which kind of water? Pure water? Oh, nah. It's not this. Definitely not this. Okay, so Yomi, Titi, we've already had two interesting answers. That was why I was very excited about the question today, because I know I'll have quite a number of answers. It's quite subjective to an extent. What do you think? Alexandra, first of all, said that because he's black. And then Michael,
drinking holy water.
Says he's drinking from the sacred water makes him the Black Panther.
Once you drink holy water, you become supernatural. Yeah. I mean,
okay.
I think
I'll give him a ticket, but you know, that's me.
That's you. Okay, so you know Yomi's handle. Ask him for your ticket. Now, this is at Sabigi. At Sabigi7 says, to me, because Black Panther is the first superhero movie of African descent in mainstream American comics, it's a movie that lifts the spirit of Africans. You're very correct. It lifts the spirit of African, but it cannot lift a ticket to you now at this point because he didn't answer the question well. So, all right. Fawaz Usman says, the heart-shaped herb, which was affected by the vibranium in the meteorite. Let's still take more answers. Let's still look more. Some people are doing some things here. Let's still look at more answers. Because from cast to director and crew member are all black. Uncle? That's why it's Black Panther. Okay, so Ulysses Claw was also there. Is he not part of the cast? Ulysses Claw was there. Come on, man. There's Ross also. At least, come on, man. Man, this is your answer. We need to give us tickets for this kind of answer. All right. So, Biggie says, okay, I've already taken this tweet earlier. He duplicated it. To save T'Challa, T'Chaka turns him over to the Weapon X program. Over a year later, a healthy T'Challa in his full Black Panther garb has enhanced speed, strength, night vision, and healing ability. Are you trying to write your own story? I am not understanding. I can see. What do you think about what he's saying here?
Honestly, I think he was like a copy and paste for one website.
No, he's writing a thesis.
on your own subplot somewhere in there. But there was another really interesting one about melanin.
Melanin, eh?
That one?
Okay, so
which
let's
one?
check. Aduni here at Duni Stitches says Black Panther is Black Panther because it's made of black Wakanda. Okay, now this is for you. This one is for you. So the Black Panther is not black Wakanda. There's white Wakanda. There's yellow Wakanda. There's green Wakanda. Blue Wakanda. Red Wakanda. Come on, man. Interesting. This is very interesting. We should take this to tomorrow. This particular, question. It's the Black Panther because it's been the. Okay, let's see. I think what makes the Black Panther is the use of African tribe, and also to me, black signifies authority, power, strength, and elegance. Wow, there are so many answers. We've not yet picked a winner. We'll still get to pick a winner. Now, for those of you who have already won, you can send me a direct message. I'll tell you when to come pick them. Send me a direct message at Mike Mexicano. For those of you who've sent, I will respond. Sorry for that. And I think one or two people were here yesterday. You get your tickets, but then send me a message. I'll get you the exact time when to come. Thank you very much. Still keep the answers coming in. We're going to have fun with this the whole of today. But then let's take a break. Don't go anywhere. Stay with us. When we get back, we've got the one and only Dolapo Oni on the couch. You don't want to miss this one.
Welcome back. Now, multi-talented actress and on-air personality Mercy Dolapo Oni Sijuade is a woman who has made a name for herself in the Nigerian entertainment scene as a professional. Of course, she's got lots of versatility, and she's also recently a new mom.
Yes, indeed. And she began her career in Nigeria around 2010, and since then she's gone on to host internationally acclaimed shows and of course star in many movie productions. She's also the brain behind a couple of web series and her own vlog, and her latest project has passionately told the story of her journey through pregnancy.
And she's joining us this morning.
Yeah, looking hot post baby body teams.
What can
It's called Revenge Body.
Hey!
She's back.
do? Hi guys, good to see you.
Looking amazing.
Oh, I have to do one thing.
What?
Wakanda forever.
Oh my goodness, you have to do that here.
Yeah, it is a thing.
Just love the movie. Anyway.
Yeah.
Welcome to the studio.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, and welcome back.
Yes.
You know, it feels like almost a year since we saw you on TV fully.
Yeah.
So let's get an insight into how your journey actually was. Like a brief insight from pregnancy to now, post-pregnancy to now.
Post-pregnancy, oh my gosh. I mean, so okay, I had the baby.
Yeah.
And just that in itself, sometimes I look back and I just think, I don't understand how I was in labor for 2 days and I didn't die, because it was very, very painful. But yeah, I had the baby. I had the baby in the UK and I was there for about 2 months afterwards.
Okay.
And then I came back to Lagos November 2017. And I've just been spending a lot of time at home, you know, recuperating, bonding with my son. And like you mentioned, my vlog. So that's kind of what I've really been focusing on. Okay. It's now called My Baby Diaries. So I talk about the challenges we face as new moms and just what it's like raising a baby in the 21st century in Nigeria.
One of the things that a lot of people find remarkable is the fact that during the pregnancy and after the pregnancy, now that you have the baby diaries and everything, you're talking about your experiences. Like actual things that are happening, the reality of it. And people are responding to you who, a lot of them feel like they've been going through this alone, but then they see somebody else who's going through it and is openly talking about it, and you know, it's almost like encouraging to them. And tell us about some of the feedback you're getting.
I mean, it's gotten to the point where actually people are asking me medical questions, and I always have to put a disclaimer out there and say, I am not a doctor. This is just my own personal journey, so make sure you clear it with your doctor first. But when I set about doing my pregnancy diaries, I didn't realize that it was going to have such impact. I mean, I know that in our culture, people don't really talk about being pregnant in case something happens or in case the witches in the village are trying to do something to you or whatever. So I didn't realize the impact. It was only maybe after the 3rd or 4th video I started seeing the influx of emails in my inbox or in my DMs that I was getting, and people saying, thank you so much. I thought I was the only one going through this, because they felt like they didn't have anyone they could relate to who was Nigerian, who was going through the same thing. And they finally felt like they had an outlet. So it's been incredible.
All right. So I'm thinking the Mercy Dolapo Oni of before being a mom, before being married, and the Mercy now. What are the key differences?
Well, the one before, right at the beginning, when I first moved back, she was in her 20s. And she was a bit selfish.
Why did you do that hair?
She was selfish?
Yeah, I feel like, you know, you come back and focus on your career. I wasn't really bothered about anybody, you know. Then I got married, then, you know, that's your selfish side starts to remove itself. Like, now I have a baby, I mean, you become selfless. So I would say I'm honestly yeah, it's like being selfless. You're more in tune to people. I think I'm more empathetic. I'm more patient, as well as not being as patient in the sense of, you know, if I have a whole bunch of things to do, I'm just going to pick the most important things. I don't have time. I'm not wasting time on frivolous things like opposed to before when I had more time on my hands. But I feel like I'm more empathetic to people. I'm more understanding. And I would say I'm probably more caring. I always thought I'd be one of those mothers. I told my mom, after 3 months, if I'm not out the door working, slap me, make sure I go out, you know, none of this staying at home rubbish. Before I could even leave my house, I'm just thinking, oh, what's going to happen? You know, I'm a clingy mom. I never thought I would be like that, but I really am.
Okay, so I think we have some clips of Dolapo Oni that we need to show you, and then we'll be back.
Ha! I have a perfect one.
Well, I have something very similar. In fact, I would say I have the exact same shoe, if not for the make.
You have the same shoe. This is Ralph Lauren, latest limited edition. As a matter of fact, Kim Kardashian was seen at a red carpet event wearing it.
Okay.
Better rock it. See?
I'll take it. Perfect.
Look like the babe everyone would just be looking at.
I know.
Okay, so it's 100,000, Very cheap.
Oh, okay. I'll make the transfer.
Babe, no. Do it sharp, sharp.
Did you cash my last check?
For the one you bought? Since when? I don't waste time at all. I've cashed it, of course.
Okay. Falake, please, just let me pay you at the end of the month, okay?
Okay, now. Abi, don't have a choice. I'm my best customer, except for money.
Haba.
I'm just joking. Have fun, though, yeah?
Okay, bye.
Oh my goodness.
Do you remember that side of me?
Till today, people come up, they're like, are you the girl from Dario of Lagos Girl? And I'm like, yep. Shot that, was it 3 or 4 years ago? Oh my goodness, that was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun.
I wanted to talk about, I mean, your acting career is great. I mean, and you're making progress in that area. But when you were on TV with Moments, and eventually decided that, okay, you know what, I want to do a show of my own, and then you started that show. What was
the Marcy Project?
The Marcy Project, and you were on the street, and I remember the first one I saw was you being a conductor and just trying to be out there. Why did you decide that you wanted to go out there and really express yourself? Why did you think that that was important?
I thought it was important because from doing 53 Extra and doing Moments with Mo, you just see me sitting on a sofa talking, and the shows are quite factual, so you're talking about other people, you're interviewing people. And I felt like people didn't get to see my personality because there was only so much I could do. As you guys know, when you're interviewing someone, it's not about you, it's about the person because you're trying to convey what their life is about. So I just thought, you know what? I am fun. I am silly when I'm at home or I'm out with my friends. So I wanted people to see another side of me. So that's what I did. And I thought, what is another side that do something the complete opposite of what people are expecting? So me on the downfall, hanging out the fish, shouting, Yada Gwada, Yada Gwada.
Is that show going to come back?
No, I mean, give me some funding, whoever's out there. You know what I mean? It's not easy. So definitely, if I get funding, I would do a season 3. I just did 2 seasons.
Yeah, the Marcy Project was just really so much fun. And I can still remember 53 Extra. There was a line you had at the end of the show. Do you remember that line? Just give me the line. That's your camera right there.
That one?
Give us the line.
Tell it like it is, or tell it like you wanted to be.
Yes, that was the line. And everybody.
I think you've got a great voice for radio.
Yes.
Could you join us for breakfast?
Oh,
yeah, please.
Sure
so are you
will.
considering radio?
Funny enough, I do radio once, from time to time, once a week with Lanre Lushola. It's called the Uncensored Talk. On Thursdays, Lagos Talks. Thank you.
All right.
So, me and Titi, both of you did Dolapo at the beginning. She went like this, and guys like, really?
Dolapo, we didn't expect.
Let's go there. Let's make up.
Wakanda forever.
Both of them were like, what's that? Your head is there.
Blake Painter.
Okay.
All right, you're welcome to the kitchen. This is Chef Tolu, and she made today's dish.
Hi. Hi, Dolapo. Hi, Dan.
So what do we have?
We have here brown spaghetti and macaroni mixed together in goat meat pepper soup sauce. You know,
goat meat pepper soup
sauce.
I'm not vegetarian.
Then we're good. Then we have the fish. What we did is we removed all the bones of the fish and we marinated it in already stewed sauce, basically, and we fried it on fry pan slow heat so that it doesn't go burnt and stuff. So yeah, and we put in some margarine just to make the spaghetti, a bit more luscious. So
you should try it.
So please go in, and I hope you like pepper. I hope you're very Yoruba like me. I'm Yoruba now.
While that is going on, we have to say all our thank yous this morning.
All right.
To all our guests for joining us, especially the lovely Marcy Dolapo Oni.
Yeah. A big shout out to our friends at Homely NG for the kitchen accessories, and of course, shout out to Fola's Place and Mike Mesikeno for styling Mary's hair. He did not touch my hair. He did not touch my hair.
You have to give credit to Mike for the hair.
If I won't hear the last of it.
Oh my God. That's all right, so we're going to be back with the Wednesday edition of the show of the week to take us through down to the weekend.
Guys,
see you guys
This is how we end it, guys.
And don't forget, when you think breakfast, think Kellogg's.
All right.
Bye.
Is that what we should do?